Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and just give just a little bit longer before I get really deep into anything because not able to kind of do my usual signal boost that I like to. Alright, so pretty much the last time that we left off, we had just defended this base a la Zone of the Enders 1. And we were told that one of the big weapons that we were kind of trying to go for was about to get shipped off to Almon using this train system. So we are now moving to stop forces from basically kind of moving into that sector and overwhelming the team with, I can't even remember the guy's name, like the nerd glasses guy. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it here in just a moment. I'm just kind of doing a last minute sweep to see if anybody's going to join or not. Hopefully the sound is a little bit better balanced this time. I'm constantly making adjustments to the capture to try to, make things kind of work better in that sense. It's nice to be able to hear what's going on while not having to hear like a million R2 clicks, which is kind of the most used button in this. But with that, we're going to go ahead and get started with this magical train adventure. This is, I kind of preluded to this in the last episode, but this is kind of the point in the game where things start to kind of break away from what I would consider like the original Zone of the Enders, and actually starts to break itself into its own sort of game. So the idea is now we're trying to, move along this train and stop it while, not running out of time for it. Oh, we've got the gauntlet. What are we doing with that? There we go. Gotta remember how to kind of conduct battle with these. If I remember correctly, I needed to start phalanxing them. There we go. This is going to change kind of depending on which train section we're on. Shit. There we go, they're dealt with. Now we have to dodge giant laser. There'll be an even bigger laser if I remember correctly as we kind of get further up the train. Be a little bit careful about dodging those at this point. So the good news about fighting these guys is kind of the moment that I get them away from the ship, they basically become a non-issue, especially if I can knock them up against the walls. That really fucks them up, and they can't do anything about that, essentially. Yeah, I can't really do the burst attack on them. That was a nice big juicy explosion, I like that.
3 minutes. Damage level exceeding 75%.
So really what I'm trying to do here is just push them up against the wall and then kind of get them to fuck off. There we go, he's dealt with. Of course the problem with this is, I've got really low health right now because I kind of fucked around too much with the first half of this. So I've got to be really careful about kind of positioning myself right now and not running into lasers. Oh man, I'm out of energy. This is great. We can still accomplish the same thing, we just gotta... There we go.
There's only the front
There's only
carriage
one
left.
carriage left. us close enough to laser. I think this is gonna finish up the train section. Even in a non-Mega Man game, it seems like I'm getting to the point of, you know, hitting those little clutch low energy sections. I wonder if it's gonna turn into a robot trope rather than a Mega Man trope. And just like that, you know, like, just the first, not even like 5 minutes of this, and we've already kind of stopped a train. There are going to be a couple of lulls a little bit later on, and we're obviously going to have a couple of issues where we're going to have to go kind of, you know, slog through the story a little bit. But it is kind of a roller coaster at this point.
Dingo?
It's you.
I've just arrived on Mars. You know, they know where the Lev team and the Vector Cannon are.
I know. I'm coming near it too.
I'll catch you soon.
Noman will find you.
It's all right. Now he's crazy about activating Almon.
When I was in Noman's unit, one of the team was a spy from the Space Force.
Huh?
For some months, no one in the unit suspected him. Not even me.
And then?
But only Noman suspected. I don't know why.
What happened to this guy?
No idea. Next day I saw his left hand in the garbage.
Did it come off when they shook hands?
Stop acting tough.
Oh man, I love
joking,
the
aren't you?
horrible
It's
voice
not
acting
funny,
in this
though.
game.
No.
Like, the actual voices aren't that
Since
bad,
nothing
it's
happened to
just
you
that
while
the
working
lines
alongside
themselves
Noman.
are so,
I can't
like,
believe that
just
you're a real
flatly
spy
delivered.
from the Space Force.
So?
Tell me the truth. What are you?
You don't trust me, do you?
Are you surprised?
Let me tell you something. You concealed yourself after the final mission. What were you doing after that?
It's none of your business.
If you
Hey,
wished,
I can't trust
could've
you.
returned
Why
to
can't you
Balrog.
trust me?
Stop it.
Well,
You made up your
here's some
mind to
shady
hide
shit
out
you
in
did,
Callista,
so tell me,
and
why
you
can't I
left
trust
your
you?
comrades to their fate. Isn't that right?
This right here
Do
is
you
kind
think
of
I
my
can
shout outs.
trust
If you
such
want
a
to
man?
try to consider going into
You're
voice
just
acting
another-
and kind of going into the market,
Even so,
there was a game
I
released, a
still
really good
trust
game
you.
that a lot of
Huh?
people, well,
Even
not
now,
a lot
I
of
hear
people
rumors
voted with their
about you.
wallets on this one,
When you were in
unfortunately,
Balrog,
but
you were not only an
you know,
excellent
this was
runner,
a
but also
game
popular
series
with your
that, you know, is
pals.
pretty highly
They
regarded,
said that only you could
and, you
match
know, this is
Noman.
kind of the quality
So
of
I
voice acting
revived
that
you.
kind of
And
got
tried
through
to
it.
use me.
Again, nothing on
If
the
you
voice
had
actors as
returned to
much as
Balrog
the
and stopped Noman,
translations.
things would have been
So I mean,
different.
you know, like,
Easy
follow
to
your
say.
dreams, become a
I'm
voice
also
actor, do
trying
it.
to.
You always depend on others to make it, don't you?
I came to Mars, didn't I?
It's Taper. I'll hang up.
Well, got tired of that fight. Let's just get out of there.
Did you make it?
I already stopped the train. And you?
I'm Ellie Caton, a platoon sub-leader of the Eight Heads. I thank you for your support.
Yeah. Any casualties?
Nothing serious, but everyone is exhausted. We need your help.
Don't let them move. Space Force, they're all the same. Hey, Taper!
You came much closer than I expected, didn't you? Orbital frames are fast indeed.
Huh?
Something's approaching. Is that you?
No, I'm still...
What the hell?
Take position! Pull back!
Can't remember what the
Pull
next little
back!
section of
Taper,
this is.
what's
I
going
think this
on?
might be a boss
Such
fight.
speed.
Oh, God!
I can't remember if this is the part where we deal with another, like, small boss, or if this is the first big boss that we fight. Oh, hello, Metatron. Please and thank you.
Obtained Metatron. No sign of the enemy.
They fucked them up pretty good.
We lost all Lev units.
Oh, we made our new enemy type. These guys, I believe they're called Clods. The biggest issue with them is just the fact that they can grapple onto you, and it does a ton of damage if they do that.
did it, you stupid wind-up doll.
I've already recovered the vector cannon, and you are next. Are you ready?
Alright, here we go.
Don't let a clod grab you. You can get out of a grabbing attack at the very moment of getting grabbed.
Whoop. Got grabbed.
This time I have no rod, no plate, and no field. What should I do, Ada?
Let's try any physical attack we can think of.
What's available?
Maybe we can use surrounding enemies.
Grab and use them. Roger.
Whoops. Supposed to grab onto these guys and then use them to... There we go. Shit, I couldn't grab it in time, I don't think. Yeah, she got her force filled up. It's opposite of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let me grab you. Oh, please don't. Okay, we dodged it. Oh, get away from her now. Okay, I think I vaguely remember.
Damage level exceeding...
I remember dealing with this fight, and like the biggest problem with this one is that, not so much this fight, but there's one a little bit later that kind of gets really frustrating. Nope. Okay, I think we dodged it because of the fact that she charged through it as I was in vuln frame. There we go. I'll get it eventually. Quad. Another one, please.
Gauntlet,
Really got me
smashing
with that
into
one.
surrounding enemies, or grabbing the enemy for guard are effective here.
Yeah, it's not that I don't want to use the grab to grab an enemy game, it's that there's no enemies to grab. Maybe if I try going down here. Ah, there's some. Let's just try to finish her off with this one. I'm kind of glad I didn't put this on a higher difficulty rating now.
We obtained the sub-weapon Vector Cannon. It can radiate awesome energy and shoot through
Coolest
compressed
weapon in the game
space.
that you only get to
It
use
takes
in
a
a
while
couple
to
of
charge
different
up,
places,
and
but you do
uses
get
up
to
a
use
lot
it.
of the sub-gauge. And you can only shoot it when Jaluti's legs are firmly on the ground. Be careful.
We won't be using it to deal with any common enemies just
Excellent.
because of the fact
The
that
battle
we
level
really won't get a
indicated
chance
that
to
it
charge
was
it
too
up
early
between
for
that.
Jehuti to match Nephthys.
I don't feel so good. Viola was one of my teammates.
The enemy was a battle AI.
Yeah, but I'm human. Viola was a comrade. She was sometimes rash, but she was still an excellent runner.
A comrade? Hey, what did you say?
Taper.
Were you on Barham's side?
Not now, I'm not.
Not now. What? That means you used to be with Barham, but now you're fighting for the Space Force?
So what?
You're lying. You're still with Barham.
I actually do have to
Have you
kind of side
forgotten I
with
saved
Dingo
you
on
on
this
Deimos?
side.
You were
Like,
seeking the guidance of
I've done
Meatheads,
nothing
weren't
but
you?
help him so far.
Taper. I am not with Barham.
How can I trust you?
Well, now you come.
Ah!
So it was Nephthys.
Is that also your pal?
Huh?
I can't understand anything anymore.
Taper, calm down.
This is the boss fight that's annoying. In order to kind of do anything to to this one, if I destroy the mech itself, then that's game over. So the idea is I have to break her guard without necessarily hurting her, which involves a lot of parrying. Although the good news is she does tend to telegraph her attacks, so it's not horrible.
What the hell are you doing? Viola?
Dingo, the controls won't work.
What?
The AI has taken possession. What should I do now? Dingo!
Shut up! Just shut up! Ada, I'm stopping that frame.
Control of the target appears to be in the hands of a standalone battle AI. You have no choice but to delete the AI.
And it's a good thing that
While grabbing the target's
my
body,
orbital
I
frame
can
is very
perform
well
the
equipped to
delete
do
function.
that.
I see. I'll try grabbing it.
Dingo, what should I...
Shut up!
Shut up,
I'll
I'm
indicate
Dingo.
the deletion on the monitor.
I'll grab the body and leave deleting the AI to you.
Roger.
Viola, this is the final one.
I'm coming.
There we go, so now I can grab her.
AI delete.
And this is pretty much the entire fight.
Dingo, help me!
And this is the part of it that makes it annoying, is just like, I don't have any easy way of doing... Oh, stop doing that. That was the part that I remember that made this really suck, is she can actually, like, if you're not attacking her, if you're not engaged with the fight, she'll just start killing the mech herself.
Hurry!
Just play a fancy dodging game here. I'll take a little bit of damage just to kind of push it along a little bit.
I can't stop it!
Yeah, like the biggest problem with this fight isn't so much like the mechanic involved with it, it's just the, like, I feel like they put too many hits in this one because, like, you know, like I've pretty much hit every single point of attack that she's going to do, at least on this difficulty. I don't know if she has more than this or not. And it doesn't really mix it up enough to where, you know, to where it kind of warrants this much kind of attention to it. And then like the kill herself thing that she does is just really frustrating to deal with as well.
Hurry!
I think it's gonna be one more after this.
Please help me!
And we got her. This next part's a little bit funner because it's pretty much, although it is an escort mission, it's an escort mission where we get to kind of let this robot hover down while we fight off robots.
Noman made a vengeful ghost. Damn.
AI deletion is complete.
It's only a program. All it can do is carry out its orders.
That's right.
And then after all of
Programs
that talk
cannot
about she
override
was a
orders.
comrade, she was my friend, now he's
How
just like,
miserable.
yeah, that was just a fucking robot.
Ken, it's gonna get real hot here. Let's get out now.
Hey, I've never piloted without an AI.
What are you doing? Have all you rookie runners forgotten how to pilot yourselves?
Just help me.
Shame on you. Yet you're always bragging to me.
Dingo!
Just say you're sorry. Tell me you're sorry for having to depend on me.
No way!
Then do it yourself.
I feel like Dingo's like big character
Hey,
flaw
Ken.
here, like as
Jeez.
obviously kind of depicted is, you know, he kind of has like, I guess, Dick syndrome, where he just feels like he's this amazing person who always needs to be apologized to and shit.
Ken, where are you? Ken!
Dingo, I'm here!
Because
Where?
if she hadn't been caught by that railing at that exact moment,
You use weird things.
This is useful.
like if she had, you know, just fallen one extra beam further, she would have been gone. I would have never got this power.
We have
You know,
obtained the
just
device
so many
driver
different
for the
things,
sub-weapon Wisp.
you know, could have
If I'm
happened.
falling, catch me with this. You can also pull a distant enemy closer to you.
So the idea here is we're basically going to
Here they
take her
come.
as high
I'll
up
grab
as
you
we
and take
can,
you to the top. Let's
and
go.
then we're going to fight off the
Grab our
enemies.
jet and carry it to the top of the installation. To grab, press the circle button.
Oh, and that's great because they keep her at the health of whatever she was at whenever she finished the fight. There we go. Just had to get the camera lined up well. Alright, I think I do have to, think I have to deal with enemies at this point. Let's go set her up on this up here and deal with them.
Dingo, help me!
Enemy reinforcements are confirmed. Eliminate the enemy orbital friend first.
Please help
I'll help you in a second. Gotta have giant sword fights with, you know, cool robots. Okay, let's,
Dingo, help me!
okay, there you are, you're good. Alright. Onward and upward.
We're almost there.
Yeah, we are, but we gotta kill some
Follow
enemies
the
first.
arrow.
Dingo!
Please don't kill her.
Enemy attack! Ah! Hey!
I'm gonna be really upset if she ends up dying because of this.
Go and collect it first.
Oh, I'm getting magnetized, that's why. Oh, she died. Shit. Part of that was just the lock-on not working properly. The other half of that was definitely just her being like that, you know, like that low on health. That low on health combined with me accidentally hitting her a couple of hundred times.
Dingo, help me!
Oops. I want to do that. It'd also be nice if the Metatron just straight up would actually work with her as well. Oops, that's her. Alright. Excuse me. Go up as high as we can go here, and
We're
then...
almost there.
Follow the arrow.
Alright, I'm following the arrow, but I can't go any higher than this, so I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. Awesome, we made it. Thought there was going to be a fog that was going to keep me from going.
Hey, here we are.
Yeah.
Indeed, I can't believe that you've managed to survive till now.
Well, it's just normal. Wait, I got a communication.
What a troublemaker.
A good match for you.
Stop joking.
Sorry, but I have not been programmed to joke.
You really are a funny computer, aren't you?
Funny.
You and that kid Leo are far more of a perfect match.
Don't make fun of me.
They've activated Almar.
I'm just
Let's
checking
hurry.
on things
Wait,
while the
I have to go
cutscene's
someplace else
going
first.
through. Discord
What?
was acting
We have no means to
ridiculous,
resist
so
Anubis' trickery.
I'm just kind of
Anubis
looking
is
in on
far too
that.
speedy. Just a moment, I need a function to resist that.
But
I'll ask Lloyd for his cooperation. He's a systems engineer for orbital frames. When I was a trainee, he took good care of me.
Lloyd? He's an odd fellow.
But his skills are supreme.
Exactly. It was Lloyd who analyzed the battle strength of Anubis, but
It's good for us then. Let's ask him to boost Jehuti's programming. You know the place?
Ayers Cliff has a lab on the top. He's there, but you can be sure it's
Alright,
heavily
so our next
protected.
thing that we're kind
I'll
of
guide you.
working
Okay,
towards
get in
is
now.
getting into this guy that I guess my person just so happens to know.
Sorry.
His name's Lloyd.
Okay.
After
Now,
we fight him, that's whenever we get into this nice, fun chain of battles.
sorry about that.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Are you from Marineris?
Yes. The northern part, Tharsis. It's far from the
Are
canyon.
you from the place
You
where your
volunteer
last
for this
name
duty?
is based off
My
of?
father
Yeah,
was
I guess
also a
so.
soldier.
Tharsis.
My name
So
is
you were at
Waffles
the Olympus
Earth.
base.
Yeah. Hey, why were you in Balram?
Some slogan fooled me into doing it.
For the freedom and independence of Mars?
It must have been a joke. The reality was just destruction and dictatorship. I often wondered about Noman's orders, though. But I couldn't get out of it until that crisis happened.
You mean your final mission?
They needed to take the Metatron to a lab on Jupiter, and we were an escort for them.
And then?
We escorted the Metatron to Antilia colony. After completing the mission, we were heading back to the camp on Callisto. On the way, we encountered an enormous number of the Space Force. There were so many, they covered the horizon. They ambushed us. In those days, the orbital frame was still in the experimental stage. They were on the latest Earth-built model. We were on Lev's. There was an incredible performance difference between them and us. I asked for immediate reinforcements, but can you imagine how Noman answered me? "Just give up," he said. He was smiling at the time.
Of course,
That
he
was the very
smiling
same
whole
Noman
time.
who leaked our situation to Earth. He let them ambush us. He killed my pals.
He sold out his own unit?
A sacrifice. Noman had already taken the Metatron without Earth's permission, so he needed to pretend that the mission had failed. My company had been abandoned, I threw myself wholeheartedly into the battle in order to encourage my pals. I told them reinforcements would arrive soon. When I came to, I realized the Space Force had already gone back. Every single one of my pals was completely destroyed. Some civilian workers in Callisto were killed too. I made up my mind not to return to Bahram again. Ever.
Didn't you want to avenge the deaths of your pals?
What could I have done?
You could have returned to Bahram and risen in revolt. If you did, everyone would have been on your side.
Noman had been trying to kill me. If I did go back, he would kill me. Actually, that's what happened.
But
You saw it, didn't you?
even knowing Bahram
You
was
saw him
wrong,
shoot
you
me the
still
fucking
agreed to
like
work for
chest
Nomi?
10 million times.
Use power for the right things. At least for the things that you believe in.
So who's secondhand?
Huh?
It's not easy, is it?
But
Forget it. Let's talk about it after all our work is done.
But
We have no time, right?
Like, I feel like they gave
around Lloyd's
Dingo a
lab,
really
there are
good
some
story.
fixed
And, you know,
rapid-fire
same thing
weapons
with
to prevent
Leo. Like,
invasion. You must advance
you know, like
while
those two
steering clear of
characters,
them.
I
The
feel
area
like,
is
you
strictly
know,
guarded.
really kind of
If
mesh
anything,
well with
it's
the
totally
idea
the
of
old
like
man's
the sort of
preference.
unwilling
Though it
heroes
looks
of
like an
this.
ordinary plane, there are
The
plenty
big
of
problem
vitamins buried
is
in the
that,
ground to fight off
you know,
any
like, kind of in
invasion.
this game in particular,
We have only one
you
route
know,
to
like,
get there.
the
Listen to my
translations and
instructions
the
carefully
acting
and
just
do
really
exactly
make these
as I tell
characters
you.
out just to be
And if I
kind of
drop on the way?
one-dimensional assholes
You'll
for
get a
the
better
most
tan
part.
than you can in an Elysian
Not in
resort.
like the Always Sunny in
Stop right here.
Philadelphia endearing way either. That being said, like, you know, the action of this is
At
really
first,
cool.
go straight. If you stray off the safe route, I'll point out the right direction. When you want to change direction, stop and
It's
turn
a real
there.
shame that the
You mean I
you
only
know, like that
changed
the,
direction without
third
moving?
game in this series got
To
canceled
change your
out.
direction, simply use the right stick.
If I say stop, be sure to stop moving. Then wait for the
And this
next
part is
instruction.
fun. So basically,
I
what we're
see.
going to be
Then
doing
let's go.
is
Move forward in a straight line.
fun in a not fun way, like going to the doctor.
Good. Move
I have
forward.
to basically let her tell me which directions to go.
Wait, stop. Slowly correct the direction little by little. Right, a little bit more. Good. Move forward.
Someday I'll actually learn like the actual
Stop.
directions here.
Correct your direction. To your right. Good. Move forward.
I'll actually learn the direction to go to properly do this without having to listen to her.
Wait, stop. Correct your direction. To your right. To your right. Right, a little bit more. Good. Move forward.
I did learn from, you know, a couple of plays of this though that it's really easy to kind of just take
Be careful.
big, you know, broad sweeps with it rather than you know, kind of trying to do it little by little like she says. If she says a little bit more, like you're better off just trying to you know, just correct it in these large chunks.
Cyclops destroyed. Enemy destroyed. Raptor destroyed. We obtained the device driver of the sub-weapon Halberd.
That's
If
the
you
weapon
press
that the
circle
mummy
button,
heads were
it
using
radiates a
as a
powerful
fun
laser
weapon.
cannon.
Uses a lot of energy, but it's fun. We're gonna switch over
Good.
to that.
Move forward. Stop. Slowly correct the direction little
Could you tell
by
me what
little.
the direction is?
Right, a little bit more. Left, a little bit more. Good. Move forward. Oh, wait a minute. Correct the direction. To your left. Good. Move forward.
She's gonna tell me to stop.
Stop. Correct your
Right,
direction.
a lot more.
To your right. Right, a little bit more. Left, a little bit more. Good. Move forward. Be careful.
To cancel lock-on, keep pressing the L2 button.
Use our newfound weapon just to kind of deal with these guys.
Correct the direction.
Yeah, I gotta wait.
To your right. To your right.
To your right.
To your
Okay,
right.
those are just mines.
Right. Good. Move forward.
Well, that was fun.
To your left. To your left.
To your left. To
Good.
your left.
Move forward.
Those are the real enemies. Can't really stop and fight them because minefield.
Stop. We're on this side and the other side is... Oh, no. Yeah, maybe.
Come on.
Correct the direction. Left a little bit more. Right, a little bit more. Good. Move forward.
Missiles approaching. Please defend.
Alright. Gotta be really careful because I'm really low on energy right now.
Oh, wait a minute. Correct the direction. To your left. To your left. Left a little bit more. Left a little bit more. Right.
Just
a
straight
little
toward
bit
the
more.
light, I guess.
Good. Move forward.
It's like playing Minesweeper.
Oh, wait a minute. Correct the direction. Right. A little bit more. Right. A little bit more. Good.
Straight
Move
into
forward.
there now. Just gotta survive this.
Encounter.
Oh no, it's over. That's the high damage attack that those guys do. They just pretty much do like a Zangief,
Good. Move forward.
just slam you into the
Stop.
ground.
Slowly correct the direction little by little. Right. A little bit more. Good. Move forward. Oh, wait a minute. Correct the direction. To your left. Good. Move forward.
Oh,
Stop. Do it carefully. Correct the direction.
correct the direction.
Right. A little bit more. Good. Move forward. Be careful.
To cancel lock-on, keep pressing the L2 button.
Well, this is gonna be a
Wait,
game
stop.
over. Shit. I can't remember how to clear those out without like doing anything. Maybe if I just don't.
Good. Move forward. Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe if I just
Slowly
don't
correct the
touch
direction
them.
little by little. Good. Move forward. Stop. We're on this side and the other side is... Oh, no.
I'll try the
Yeah,
flanks as well.
maybe. Correct the direction. Good. Move forward. Be careful.
To cancel lock-on, keep pressing the L2 button.
There we go. A little bit safer than using the halberd. And by a little, I mean a lot of it. There we go. There we go, and we'll just, you know, sweep them like that. next boss fight coming up is actually really fun. Like, it's a really kind of...
Wait, stop.
It has like a lot of what I would
Correct your
consider like
direction.
magic
To your
tricks,
left.
kind of.
Good. Move forward.
I don't waste too terribly much time on them. She's gonna yell at me and tell me, oh, wait.
Stop. Correct your direction. To your left. To your left. Good. Move forward.
I have a feeling she's gonna stop me again.
Oh!
Yeah,
wait
there
a
you
minute.
go. You got fucking turned
Correct
around.
the direction. To your right. Right. A little bit more. Right. A little bit more. Right. A little bit more. Left a little bit more. Good. Move forward. Wait, stop. Correct your direction. To
Is it
your
that
left.
direction?
Left a little bit more. Left a little bit more. Good. Move
Okay,
forward.
here comes the missiles.
Missiles approaching. Please defend.
Stop. Correct the direction.
Tell me which way to go.
Good.
Okay.
Move forward. Stop it! You're killing me! Correct the direction. Good.
You're
Move
killing
forward.
me. As if I had any say in that.
Encounter.
I'm gonna deal with Claude first. There we go.
Raptor destroyed. ETR reaction gone. Enemy destroyed. ETR reaction gone.
Whoops, threw a spirit bomb at nothing in particular. Shit.
Party connected.
Party connected was the leader. There he is. Oh, out of energy for that. It's over. God damn it. Hopefully we hit a checkpoint right there. No, of course
Good.
not.
Move forward.
Damn it.
Stop. Slowly correct the direction little by little. Right. A little bit more. Good. Move forward. Oh! Wait a minute.
You want me to go
Correct
this
the
way now?
direction. Good. Move forward. Be careful.
To cancel lock-on, keep pressing the L2 button.
I'm just gonna focus on getting through this part just because fuck this.
Stop. Correct your direction. Left a little bit more. Right. A little bit more. Good. Move forward.
Fuck with you guys? Guess I am now.
Stop. Correct your direction. To your right. To your right. Right. A little bit more. Right. A little bit more. Left a little bit more. Left a little bit more. Good. Move forward.
Stop.
Oh, wait a minute. Correct the direction. To your left. To your left. To your left. Left a little bit more. Left a little bit more. Left a little bit more.
Didn't you just take me this way?
Good. Move forward. Oh, wait a minute. Correct the direction.
Is it this way?
To your right. Right. A little bit more. Right. A little bit more. Good. Move forward. Oh, wait a minute. Correct the
This way?
direction.
Come on.
Left a little bit
Towards
more.
the missiles.
Left a little bit more. Right. A little bit more. Good. Move forward.
Missiles approaching. Please defend.
Stop. Correct your direction. Left a little bit more. Right. A little bit more. Good. Move forward. Stop it! You're killing me! Correct the direction. Good. Move forward.
Where's Gauntlet at? We're gonna wall fuck these guys.
Encounter. Raptor destroyed. Enemy destroyed. Raptor destroyed. Enemy destroyed.
I really wish that there was a Gundam-like game that utilized like the same kind of
Destroy the commander of the enemy.
you know, the same kind of mechanics as this one does. I mean, that motherfucking Metatron. There we go.
Destroyed. Obtain Metatron. The commander is destroyed. Enemy destroyed. Raptor destroyed.
Get all fucked, prick. Got him.
Enemy destroyed.
Alright. Where do I
Wait,
need to
stop.
go?
Correct your direction. To your right. To your right. To your right. To your right.
Way over here?
Right. A little bit more. Left a little bit more. Good. Move forward.
Jeez.
Yeah, there it is.
It took like 3 too many tries.
You are still alive, Dingo. I'm pleased.
Long time no see, old man. I have something to ask of you.
I can imagine. It's about that frame you're in, isn't it?
It sure is.
I am in the basement now. Proceed down here by yourself.
A basement?
Let me welcome you in a special way. Show me your skills.
And luckily, his "let me welcome you in a special way" basically equates to let's kill a lot of shit and get in there. Which I am more than okay with.
We will hold battle position.
It really is a shame that like there's so many like little things about this game. Like, I still think that it's one of the better fast-paced robot action games, like, you know, if not the best.
BTR reaction gone.
But it seems like every single game, even like the Armored Cores, have like these little issues that are just like really hard to kind of get
Enemy
past.
destroyed. Obtained Metatron.
So the idea here is we need to find elevators and go down the correct ones. And this part gets confusing as hell once you start clearing things out.
Encounter. The battle has ended. There is no sign of the enemy. Obtained Metatron.
I think the one thing that this game nails down is just the, you know, kind of like the general idea of, you know, piloting a fast-paced, sort of sword-based mech. Whereas Armored Core obviously kind of nails down a lot more of the, utilizing ranged weapons and having, like, missiles and stuff like that. Because that's one place that I do feel like this game kind of, like, struggles with a little bit, is it doesn't feel that great to use, like, your standard cannons and stuff like that. The halberd and, you know, and kind of different, like, sub-weapons like that are okay to use. But it's definitely not as, it's definitely not quite as engaging as, like, playing Armored Core, and, you know, Four Answer is, like, the best example I can give of one that, you know, feels really good to play. But this game absolutely just destroys the aesthetic of, you know, like, the close range combat. Like, they could not have done that one, like, you know, like, not really much better than they already have. I can't remember if this is the way we go or not. If we get an encounter here, we'll know. Yep.
We will hold battle position.
Get away from the lasers.
ETR reaction gone.
There we go.
Damage level exceeding 50%. Raptor destroyed. Enemy destroyed.
It definitely captures the feeling of the sort of what I consider like boost combat.
We obtained the device driver of the sub-weapon Mummy. When you use Mummy, your energy gauge recharges.
That's cool. We got the Mummy sub-weapon. Are we not going to be able to get through here?
Shield open.
That's a weapon that I think doesn't get enough use. Like, I think like during the airship scene I use it for a few different things, but not anywhere near as much as I would like to. Let's see. Okay, there are some different elevators to go through, so go around this way and not get up here. Nope. I think this is the one that I just went down. Just want to see if the door's actually going to open this time. Nope. Fair enough. I think we gotta go back the other way again, now that we've opened this door. I think it's like a four-winged kind of thing. I hope that's the case anyway, and not, you know, more maze-like than I'm giving it credit for. So one of the things that I've been using pretty much the entire time, now that I've got like a decent amount of time where it's just going to kind of be me grinding out killing enemies and stuff, one of the techniques that I've been using a whole lot for this is this little boost dash. Whenever you kind of start it off, you get a lot stronger of a boost from like beginning the dash. So a lot of the times what I'm basically doing is just kind of going through and you know, rapidly mashing R2 to kind of get my boost to go off. And that's because if I'm doing that, it kind of makes me move a lot faster. It makes it a lot harder for enemies to kind of focus me down that way.
All enemies have been cleared.
And just kind of watching it, you know, like, just kind of watching it as I'm going through. There we go. I like kind of backing them into the wall like that with the phalanx.
Vector destroyed. ETR
But anyway,
reaction
like,
gone.
just kind of observing my, like,
Has ended.
standard
There is
flying
no
speed,
sign
it's
of the
not
enemy.
extremely fast. Like, it's nice and it works, but doing this, you can kind of see a significant difference with just kind of how quickly I'm able to kind of navigate around in that little circle area, much less, you know, in a straight path forward.
Enemy destroyed.
So a lot of the times that I'm kind of like boosting towards or away from or around an enemy, a lot of what I'm kind of trying to do is just, you know, use that as a means of avoiding the attacks and just kind of going straight for that.
Enemy destroyed.
And as you can kind of see, the halberd just really just messes things up if you have the time to kind of focus it properly, which against a stationary target, you do.
ETR reaction gone. Enemy destroyed.
Alright, that was where the cell, the little like cell guy was, so this should be the right path. Yep, it's a blocked door.
Don't let them surround you.
Just draw circles.
Mummy head destroyed.
Don't want to use too much of my energy up. I want to like try to be able to rebuild before completely like, you know, running myself dry.
ETR reaction gone.
As far as the rock, paper, scissors of this game is concerned, a lot of the attacks that I'm trying to use are the, whenever I see that shield up, I'm basically going in and, you know, doing the charged up, what I guess is like the heavy attack. And you can get that to activate from a pretty decent range away if you're working well with it. And that's kind of what you want to do, is to, you know, kind of have it going through, you know, you don't want to be necessarily like right up in front of them because they can kind of react to it a little bit more. So you always want to be like just far enough away. Unfortunately, the Spirit Bomb attack doesn't get a whole lot of use, at least not from the way that I play. So like that's one of the unfortunate, you know, kind of victims of just my play style.
All enemies have been cleared.
The lasers I absolutely love. Like, I'll be shooting those off pretty much any time that I'm moving towards an enemy, just because, like, I feel like they put like the perfect amount of pressure, and like they always kind of encourage the enemy to kind of, you know, either put up their shields, which, you know, pushes into my, get them to, you know, basically get them to block so I can do the block break on them. Or otherwise it just really, like, you know, it just kind of gives me like a little bit of extra pressure to put onto them. As far as like the standard kind of laser cannon, like I try to only fire off the strong shots of that if I'm going to fire them off. They do a pretty hefty amount of damage, but the problem is unless you're fighting like a mummy head or a cyclops, two enemies that basically don't like to guard a whole lot, they don't really do as much damage as just say, you know, the gauntlet spam or something else. So for me, like, I like the guns, but they don't really do a whole lot in that aspect. The lasers I feel like are much more valuable. Like, they kind of have like a higher potential damage and they home a little bit better.
Raptor destroyed.
Oh god, I can't remember which side I came out of. I think it was that one, so I think I need to go this way. We'll know quick, fast, in a hurry if we chose correctly. Yep, here we go. Big door.
Attack cellar first.
Where's Halberd?
ETR reaction gone. Enemy destroyed. ETR reaction gone.
That worked out
The
well.
battle has ended. There is no sign of the enemy.
Muted out a sneeze. Managed to get it in time.
Dingo, you managed to make it, but that was only practice.
I have no time to play with an old man. Make it quick.
It's all up to you. I'm waiting at the bottom.
It's kind of funny going back through and replaying this because this is right around the same point that I started getting a little bit better, you know, like at the combat whenever I was playing through it, you know, like the past few times as well. Like it always happens right around this area where we're kind of in the crushers and stuff. So for this little, you know, like, I guess you would call it a puzzle, but not really. We're pretty much just going to try to, you know, muscle everything down as much as possible before proceeding. And then pretty much from this point, you know, we just kill enemies so that we don't get crushed by the crushers. And I've died to those, you know, ashamedly, like, more times than I like to admit. So I think, like, what I remember finding out was the best strategy to dealing with these is to just, you know, get down to a certain point with them and then just clear out enemies. Yep. So for example, we are now officially safe from them. And then we'll do the same thing here. We'll just kind of stay as high as we can, you know, as humanly possible with the crushers. And we basically want to keep ourselves on a fairly level plane. Yeah, we just want to keep ourselves like right here between these crushers and then we'll be good. We don't want to spend too much time focusing on them. We don't want to, you know, like just let them come to us basically.
Mummy head destroyed. ETR reaction gone.
Because that right there is closing. We do not want that.
Enemy destroyed.
Plus we can lure them into the crushers as well, and that's fine.
Destroyed.
There we go. You just hang out right there and get crushed. That's cool too. Alright, move down.
Raptor destroyed. The gate to the next unit is open. Please follow the arrow.
Alright. Down here safely. Yeah, like the big mistake that I oftentimes made with this was just trying to go through too quickly, and if you do that, then pretty much, like, you find yourself, like, you know, stuck in between a lot of them. You definitely want to get those guys dealt with. Halberd time. The halberd pretty much for me has turned into like this giant, either like, you know, really clear the enemies out kind of weapon, or otherwise a, you know, like this sort of more focused, you know, just trying to broad sweep kill enemies.
The gate to the next unit is open. Please follow the arrow.
There we go, gauntlet. This would be good for this. That was nice of them. You're not a thing that I can kill with phalanx easily. Stay right there. Yes.
Narita destroyed. ETR reaction gone. Narita destroyed.
Right. Oh no, we're gonna let them come to us. Right there is kind of an example of just how powerful, and like the bullets that you fire, those are the strength of them is based off of how firmly you press the button. So a lot of the times, like, I'm making sure to really, like, you know, hit the button whenever I fire them. Go ahead.
Mummy head destroyed. ETR reaction gone.
Let's get them into that nice
The
little
gate
trap.
to the next unit is open. Please follow the arrow.
I don't think there's too many more of these. I think after we get through this boss fight, this is kind of like the final place where, you know, like the game kind of really slows down. So like from this point forward, like we should be good in terms of things happening. Nope, that is moving. So you go ahead and come up after me. Sticking to the top. Alright, I'm just gonna try to get down to the bottom area here. Nope.
Cyclops destroyed. Obtained Metatron.
I might be making a bad tactical mistake by fighting these guys here. Just trying to play it super safe.
ETR reaction gone. Mummy head destroyed. Raptor destroyed.
I guess like the one sort of criticism I have towards how this game kind of handles a lot of the oh god, let's get down here first. A lot of the enemies in this game, it's kind of a little bit sad that they're basically all variants of the same thing, but it's also kind of cool in a way as well. Oh man, that was horrifying.
Enemy destroyed.
Cyclopses in the previous game used to be really like poor. Like they basically, like, you could just keep them at range the entire time because unlike in this game, they'd had no ranged options at all, so you had no way, like, you know, as a Cyclops to really deal with the mobility options kind of given to Jehuti. Let's get up, up.
ETR reaction gone.
Go ahead and just, I think we're safe to stay here now.
Raptor destroyed. Mummy head destroyed.
I want to be up there. I do, however, want to this guy fucking killed before he decides to grab us.
Damage level exceeding 50%. Enemy destroyed. ETR reaction
I think we're in
gone.
our safety corner.
Raptor destroyed.
Ah, there we go. That's what's causing our troubles.
ETR reaction gone.
We'll have to wait until the next round. We may as well go ahead and just not use that.
Destroy the cellar generating enemies. Enemy destroyed.
This is bad. Up. Away from that.
Raptor destroyed.
Let's just play super carefully. I don't want to...
Destroyed. The gate to the next unit is open. Please follow the arrow.
Okay, we are down. We are safe. We made it. Metatron.
Obtained Metatron.
I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to demonstrate it, but one thing that's really cool is it's just like one of the little aesthetic things about this game that I think really kind of sells the whole thing. Whenever your mech's legs are kind of scraping the ground, you can actually see like the feet, you know, kind of scraping and, you know, making little trails. And I think that that's just something like aesthetically that really sells this game kind of in terms of its display.
Welcome, Dingo. I don't suppose you have become rusty.
No, fortunately. Old man, I'm glad to see you're still a dedicated scientist, but it's not good for your health.
It's merely the result of pursuing ultimate performance. But not only me, Noman is just the same.
Noman?
He is even more eager than I am. Noman is not the man you used to know. Anubis is so powerful now.
I need your cooperation to resist Anubis.
Anubis has a definite superiority. Anubis can compress space, and by using its reactive force, it can move at sublight speed.
The Urenbeck catapult.
Not sublight
That's
speed.
right. It's just the same as the Urenbeck catapults built on Deimos and Phobos. When compressed space returns to its former state, it produces an enormous reactive force. That makes it possible for Anubis to move so fast. The best technologies of Metatron combine to make Anubis almost perfect. Don't be pessimistic. Jehuti also has the same abilities. The performance of these two bodies is even, just like twins. But to match Anubis, Jehuti lacks one thing. A program to bring out the full performance of Jehuti.
If we get it, can we defeat Anubis?
That depends on the skill of the runner.
No problem then. Give me the program now.
Just as I thought, you're trying to revolt against Noman.
Revolt? No, I'll just fight.
I cannot give
Revolt?
you the
No, I'm
program.
just
What?
If
just
you
gonna
want it,
have a little
fight
scuffle
me
with him.
first.
I said I have no time to play with.
No, I have another reason. I am in a different position from you. I have pledged my loyalty to Bahram. I cannot betray them.
You still cannot betray such an evil force.
It doesn't matter now.
I can't go easy on you.
Neither can I. Show me your best.
Alright, now we deal with Magic Mike here, and then we'll start fighting some airships and shit.
Look, this is the power of Inhert. Even with Jehuti, it won't be easy. Dingo, this is my home. You can only take it by force. Prepare yourself, Dingo.
Ken, hold on tight.
Eat this. Here I am.
First half of this fight is pretty easy. It's the second half where he kind of gets real on us.
This reminds me of the old days. Not bad.
I remember like this part of the fight is really fun just because this is kind of like the first place where you really kind of get somebody who kind of matches up with your kind of running really fast, you know, movement.
You made progress, Dingo. Not bad.
Then we move into the second phase. This is where shit gets a little bit more difficult.
Well done, Dingo. But how will you deal with this?
Damn, I can't see anything, Ada.
I can recognize enemy position, but I cannot visualize the target and its attack.
I need a clue. Anything.
All right, I will navigate the distance between you and the target, and its patterns of attack as well.
Only your voice can help me.
Roger.
And now for the most stream-friendly
Missiles
boss
approaching.
fight
Please
ever.
defend. F-mine approaches. Please evade it. Missiles approaching. Please defend. Enemy approaching.
Useless.
Although, truth be told, like, I still think this is a really interesting,
Lock on to the target. Distance to the enemy, 10, 9, 8. Defend.
That was too quick.
Step to the left. Step to the right. Distance to the enemy, 3, 2, 1. Enemy approaching.
I think that this is a really cool fight in the sense that, like, you know, like, one of the big things that they kind of rely on for this is kind of like, you know, you seeing the enemy and you being able to kind of telegraph their attacks. And it is pretty cool having this sort
Lock on to the
of,
target.
you know, you can't see anything
Distance to the
kind
enemy,
of fight.
8, 7, 6. Step to the right. Step to the right.
Oops.
Step to the left. Step to the right. Step to the left. Enemy approaching. Lock on to the target. Distance to the enemy, 9, 8, 7, 6. Defend. Step to the left. Defend. Defend. Step to the right. Defend. Enemy approaching.
Should finish him off right here. There we go. It's just really interesting to have to fight an enemy where, like, you can't really see anything, and I feel like they could have done a little, just a little bit more with it. But I think it's really cool kind of having that blind fighting aesthetic, and that's a fight that I'm actually really looking forward to whenever the VR comes out for this.
We obtained the device driver for the sub-weapon homing missile.
This is our next big anime trope. I kind of forgot to mention the giant laser kind of beam that the halberd is. The next anime trope that we have hit is homing missiles. These things are basically, like, if you've ever seen kind of like any of the Gundams, these missiles serve to both fulfill your missile anime trope as well as your funnel enemy trope.
Anubis is coming.
Anubis?
Noman is coming close. He is possessed by power. He will do anything he wants. Hurry!
I'll go for it.
Hurry.
I'll be back soon.
Send the program to Jahuti. Hurry.
Yes.
The password is... next with that protection. He's here.
Hurry, Ken!
I know.
Dingo, what I'm sending you is no ordinary device. It takes some time until it settles into the system.
That wonderful
You can't
plot
use it right
delay.
away.
How long will it take?
If Anubis comes, escape. You cannot defeat him yet.
It's unlocked. Dingo, here goes!
I got it! Get back here now!
Project Almon's purpose is not domination.
What?
Destruction.
Ken!
Better put on my plastic wrap helmet.
We obtained the program Zero Shift.
He's coming!
Dingo, you are ready to die again, aren't you?
Noman.
Now death means nothing. The man who died revives, and Anubis kills thousands of people with just one shot. See, Dingo? The strong do survive. After millions of years of evolution, human beings receive the natural order.
Are you the jerk who filled Mars full of holes?
Me?
I really love just those moments like that where it almost seems like they're mounting up the tension, and then, you know, are you the guy who's filled Mars full of holes? Just ignore the fact that you literally just like yelled at me for no reason.
Stop it!
I didn't expect Lloyd to betray me. Dingo, I'll tell you an interesting story. You know what happened to the Metatron you carried to Antilia on your last mission?
Who knows?
That frame.
What?
Anubis and Jehuti. These two frames were made from the Metatron you had escorted.
What did you say?
Be glad. You are one of the units for Project Auman.
So this is that Metatron?
I must thank you, Dingo.
My pals all died for that?
This will be a good battle for celebration. Come
Time
on,
for getting
get
my
me.
ass kicked round 2.
You devil!
Actually put a little bit of damage on him this time, though. That's the catch. The unfortunate thing is he puts a lot more damage on me. Oh wow, I think I might have potentially actually been the one who pushed him out of the battle.
Damn, it's too strong.
Run away, Dingo.
Old man?
There you are.
Get away! I entrust it to you, Dingo.
You can't even die right.
Thank you, old man.
I'm loyal to Barham, but I betrayed them. But I didn't betray them, but I did betray them. That's storytelling at its finest.
Dingo, can you hear me?
Ken, are you all right?
Yeah. I'm in the rubble, though.
I'll go back there now.
No, you won't. Anubis is still here.
Damn it!
Listen, please, be sure to stop Auman. You must, even if I don't make it.
But
We're pals now, aren't we? That's right, isn't it?
We're buddies, right?
yes.
Right? I guess so,
Your
whatever.
comrades who were killed on Callisto surely thought the same thing. I can't move anymore, but I know my body will attain my desire. Survivors have the duty to do no less. Please, stop Noman. Stop Auman. You must.
Okay. I will. Ken? Ken!
She should be all right.
I hope so. Ken?
Dingo!
Leo.
The rest of the Leps and Vasily are gathering at the canyon. All of the units will come together there soon.
The canyon?
It's at the entrance to the underground fortress, Alman.
I see. I'll go there.
Enemy ahead.
And just like the wrecking ball that is, you know, the action in this game, we now have a couple of different things coming up here.
Enemy
I'm going to
fleet,
try to get
5 in
through
total.
the next 3,
They're trying to
I
attack
believe.
the Levs on the ground.
Jehuti. Well, this is an unexpected quarry.
You're the quarry, you jerk.
Well.
What a comeback.
How can just one orbital frame match our armada? All ships, prepare to attack.
Leo, I've got a problem. I have to stop the Armada. They're heading your way.
What? Then I'll go too.
You protect the Levs. I'll catch up to you soon.
Okay, but please be careful.
Ada!
To defeat the target warships, you need to destroy their engines. The engines are, just like the outer wall of Alman, protected by compressed space. I recognize dislocations in the mass. You cannot destroy them without the vector cannon.
Roger.
You must set your feet on the ground to shoot the vector cannon. Please be careful.
I see. Ada, let's get them, quickly.
Alright, here we go.
Roger.
This is the first, what I would call like the first big mission of this. This is like one of my personal favorites.
I detect high energy levels. The main cannon of the battleship has great destructive power. Watch out for the battleship's main cannon. I can see the engine of the ship at its rear.
Alright, so what we have to do is we set down here, and we get to use the anime cannon.
Shift to vector cannon mode. All energy lines connected. Landing gear and climbing irons locked.
Love this fucking
Inner chamber
sequence.
pressure rising normally. Life ring has started revolving.
Life ring has
I
started
detect
revolving.
high energy levels.
That is just the fucking
Battleship is
best.
sinking. 4 more. Reinforcements approaching. I suggest using homing missile.
Suggest using homing missile. Well, fuck, let's try it out. There we go. Just fucking just destroyed all of them.
Raptor destroyed. The battleship has anti-aircraft lasers.
Kind of shot the homing a little bit off there. You gotta deal with all the small fries, you know, kind of all the other things first. Not to mention get a little bit of energy built back up.
The anti-aircraft cannons are falling silent. Now is the chance to charge it.
Alright, here we go. Oh man, I think it's closing. Yep. Nope. Turn around, let me go this way. Alright. In order for it to fire its giant fuck-off laser, it also has to kind of... Oh, jeez, come on. Okay, let's go fucking destroy the fucking cannon then. Fuck it. Now let's fucking... There we go.
Shift to vector cannon Landing gear and climbing irons locked.
I think that this right here is kind of the moment in this game where like you really see the aesthetic just absolutely come out, like 100%. You know, like the whole entire fight sequence here is just entirely revolves around, you know, dealing with like smaller enemies at the top while also trying to deal with this gigantic fucking airship. And then you get to kind of see the aesthetic shift of the, you know, of the light ring has started revolving. So like you really get to see all of like the sort of, all the movie science kind of just really come out to play. I think it just like all plays together just perfectly for trying to like really kind of give you an idea, like a sense of, you know, like just kind of really how powerful this mech is that you're using.
Shift to vector cannon mode. All energy lines connected. Landing gear and climbing irons locked. Inner chamber pressure.
And just seeing like all the different kind of UI that just pops up for this, and like, you know, like you don't need to know like kind of like, oh man, like all these things are doing important things, because for the most part like they are just there for the aesthetic of, you know, kind of this universe, and I think that that is just a really cool way to kind of do that.
Mummy head destroyed. Mummy head destroyed. In front of the battleship will receive their heavy counterattack. A rear attack is recommended. Enemy reinforcements arriving. The anti-aircraft cannons are falling silent. Now is the chance to charge it. Shift to vector cannon mode.
And on top of that, like the soundtrack just absolutely like kicks in on this and just really, like, you know, on top of everything else that's going on, like just absolutely sells this to hell and back.
The battleship is sinking. The battleship has anti-aircraft lasers. One more. Raptor destroyed. Reinforcements approaching. Enemy destroyed. ETR reaction gone.
My favorite part is like the homing missiles. Like they take so much energy to fire, but they are just so like so
The
powerful.
anti-aircraft cannons are falling silent. Now is the chance to charge it. Enemy destroyed.
You can't quite aim over here, can you? That's problematic. Oh no, I don't think I can use the vector cannon.
Escort orbital frames are
There we go.
approaching.
Kill these guys and get some
ETR
energy.
reaction gone. Enemy destroyed. Reinforcements approaching. ETR reaction.
That's like the
gone.
one part of this that kind of sucks, but luckily they give you enemies to kind of solve that.
Shift to vector cannon mode. All energy lines connected. Landing gear and climbing irons locked. Inner chamber pressure rising normally.
Here we go, the last
Right wing
airship.
has started revolving.
The last airship bender.
Ready to fire. The battleship is sinking. Enemy fleet has been completely destroyed.
We're not gonna look at the explosion. And then just as soon as you get done destroying all of the airships, you go
That's no
straight
warship.
into a giant
That's an
boss
orbital
fight.
frame.
Jehuti, feel the power of Zakat that scorched Mars!
You're gonna pay for that now.
Don't underestimate us! Our enemy is Jehuti! Do your best to show him the power of the great Zakat! Get out of my way! Find another way!
And as stupid as this game's voice acting and shit is, I absolutely love just that, you know, get out of my way, find another way. It's just so cheesy, but just so fucking great.
Fire! Shield damage! Oh, hell!
Secure the main pass.
Fire! Damn you!
Secure the main pass.
Fire!
Secure the main pass. Fire.
Damn you! Fire! Formation 2, ready! Roger, Formation 2.
Gotta wait for him to transform before I can lock on again. There we go.
See? This is the power of Zakat! Go get it!
I wonder how much the homing missiles would do on him now, since we don't have the grapple anything. Do his attacks. Oh yeah, those fuck him up.
Damn! This must finish! All hands! Take shelter!
The target has been destroyed. We obtained the device driver for the
Oh, that's something
sub-weapons
that's never gonna
floating
get
mine.
used.
Okay, Ada, let's hurry.
You know what's really good for a game where the whole entire purpose is high octane action? Standing still.
Ken, what are you doing here? Let's go. It's time to activate Auman.
Alright, so this next part's probably going to be the last part that I do for right now, but this, honestly, like, this part right here, I have never seen another game do, like, as amazingly as this one has.
I can see Jody, right 40.
I'm not your enemy. Can I talk to Leo?
No one here by that name. That's enough talk.
Are you Taper?
This guy is our enemy. Don't trust him.
You dirty rotten.
I thought it was strange. Hardly any orbital frames were left in the Space Force.
Listen!
Just shut up!
To runner aboard Jehuti.
This is Atlantis, one of the Space Force fleet. We are on a mission to guard Phobos. I am Sub-Commander Elena Weinberg. I'm taking command of the Levs there.
Elena?
That frame Jehuti belongs to the Space Force. Surrender it immediately.
I've been carrying out your orders, haven't I?
Our orders?
Ken Marineris, who's been hiding within Baram.
Ken Marineris. We have no such person registered with our forces.
What?
No one by that name is known to us.
Really?
I demand you return Jehuti now.
Please wait, Elena.
Oh man, the guy that I wanted to speak to initially is now all of a sudden here.
Leo, you...
Elena, this man is on our side.
What have you been doing?
I already made up my mind to reject your orders. Nothing good will come of them.
Leo, who is the man on board Jehuti?
It doesn't matter. He's our comrade, with the same purpose.
Hey, you, Elena! Even if thousands of Levs come together, you cannot stop Baram.
I know that.
Then what do you propose to do? Withdraw your order.
This is not an order.
Huh?
We lost our comrades. Some have lost their entire families. They are willing to remain.
You are going to die.
If so, that is our duty. The duty of us survivors.
Ha ha ha. Sure, okay, I understand.
What's so funny? Leave Jehuti now!
No, not even if I'm dead.
All units, aim at Jehuti.
Elena!
You're not serious about trying to beat Jehuti with those poor Levs, are you?
Silence!
Sure, I was in Baram. Some of my pals were killed by you guys. But now I'm here to stop Alman. I don't like you, but I believe we all have the same reasons for fighting. But if you still want to shoot me, do it. These guys seem a lot smarter than you.
Elena?
I see. I will follow them.
Yes!
If you want to survive, leave your command to me. The underground fortress, Alman, is straight ahead, at the bottom of the crevice. All units go straight ahead. After arriving at the crevice, go down individually. Then stand by at the lower floor and prepare to meet at point 0.
Dingo, the enemy is near.
It's only you and I who care about the others. We'll guide them to the crevice, as many as we can.
I got you.
No one's gonna kill any more of my comrades. Ada!
I'll monitor the Allied
So while
situation
they're kind of
and
describing this in the
indicate them
background, I'll go
my
ahead and give
radar.
kind of a probably
means
not as
Jehuti.
brief summary of it.
Sky
So
blue is
basically,
Leo.
like any other kind of game that would
green
have
is a
like a
lead
big
from the
battle
Space
like this
Force.
would, you know, take the time
I'll
to
also
reduce the
indicate
amount
the
of
enemy
kind
as
of
red
mechs that you
pointers.
see
I
on
got
screen.
that.
It would
Don't
kind of,
forget their
you know,
SOS.
isolate the
Roger.
battle to
If I
where
catch
like
an
you're the only
SOS, I
one
will
fighting
indicate
like a
the
bunch of
area with a
things.
red line.
In this, these guys are all on the field. They're all
Taper,
fighting at the
don't go
same
away
time. Like
anymore.
there are so many things going on at one time.
Enemy approaching.
And those little dots that are starting to pour down the radar, those are the enemy. And I'm going to have to deal with everything on that map in that little area. So this, you know, like what they could have really easily cheapened down to just destroying the forces right there and then, they make it to where now I get to deal with all of these. And like as you can kind of see on the radar, like absolutely like a million different things that I'm fighting all at once, and like having to kind of watch out for the LEVs that are kind of in the area as well. So like you get this real sense of kind of you know, like the things that you're fighting and like the, you know, kind of the scale of the battle. You get to see it all kind of unfold like in a very, like, I wouldn't say realistic way. I mean, like, you can't really say that this is realistic to any degree, but you get to kind of experience the, you know, the sort of Lord of the Rings style battle that you can usually only get in like a Dynasty Warriors game or in like one of the old Lord of the Rings. So like this whole entire time you get to see all this happening like kind of as you're, you know, working with it. Those guys over there, the SOSs, you can kind of come over to these guys and drop Geyser on them, which is like its only other real use, and that kind of helps repair them basically.
Dingo, I'll support you.
Your goal here is to make as many people kind of survive as possible, but like the one thing that this game does that kind of really is nice is it doesn't super care how many people you save or don't save. The first game, like, it kind of really, like, I wouldn't say punished you, but like it definitely kind of lets you know when you kind of fucked up a little bit, whereas this one it's kind of more of, You know, like they focus on the bigger picture of, you know, sure, like a lot of the you know, like a lot of the troops died, but you know, like you got as many of them as you could. Like they acknowledge that you're not gonna be like this perfect person who can kind of do all this stuff like, you know, completely flawlessly.
What are you doing?
There we go. That was short. Can't move. I need rescue. Hurry!
Alright, he's back up. That's good. I don't understand how like the geyser ability does that, considering the whole entire purpose of it is to basically be like a giant net, but I'm not gonna complain.
Hurry! Hurry!
This battle right here is one of the reasons I'm trying to make sure that the sound is at least like a little bit tolerable, because this is the point where there's just so much shit going on. Like it's just constant movement, constant fighting. You know, trying to be in like 70 different places at once, trying to whittle down all the numbers. Alright, let's see if I can save this guy.
Hurry! Your support! Dingo! Hurry! You guys are on the damaged left. Hurry! Too many enemies to go further! Help us! Support us! Hurry! The engine is broken! Help me!
They're getting me! Hurry! Hurry!
I saw another SOS. There we go.
Your side! Stop attacking! Damn it! I've got serious damage! I'm dying! Dingo! You guys are on the damaged left. Hurry!
Hell! One more hit will destroy me.
Another one. There he is.
Come quickly! Support us! Hurry!
Milton, dumb. I've got damage to the engine and I can't move. I'm just a target for the enemy. Need rescue. Keep standing.
Too many enemies to go further! Hold on! Broken! Damn it! Damn! Too many enemies!
Hurry!
Dingo, finish them off, please! I took another hit!
You can kind of notice on the radar as I'm doing this that you can definitely see kind of the, you know, the transition of combat and kind of, you know, the progress that I'm making on, you know, helping these guys, or like, you know, kind of the numbers that I have versus the numbers that they have coming in. Huge waves coming in soon, as an example up there.
You guys are on the damaged left. Hurry!
Keep standing.
More damage! You can't stand it anymore! Hurry! That was close.
Thought saw another SOS. Okay, this guy is dealt with. To defend him.
Another hit! The body is almost broken!
Switch over to homing missiles. Deal with all this.
Come quickly!
More damage. Keep standing. Too many enemies. Move. I need rescue. Hurry!
I need your help! Dingo, too many enemies! Back me up with death! The body is worn out. I can't keep up any longer. Please hurry! I can't move!
Down. Another hit. I've got serious damage.
Hurry! The body is almost broken. The next shot will be the last one. I don't want to die. Another part.
Gotta save this guy. He's getting swarmed.
Milton, dumb. I've got damage. You can't hurry. Can't move. I'm just a target for the enemy. Rescue.
Damn it. Another hit will destroy me.
You're getting me.
Dingo, please, you guys are on the damaged left. Thanks. That was thank you very much. You saved my life.
They're getting me. Hurry. Hurry.
Dingo, I'll support another hit.
Get away and kind of deal with these guys myself.
I'm on your side. Stop attacking. Use chemical damage. I need your support. Hurry. Dingo, please, you guys are on the damaged left. The body is worn out. I can't keep up any longer. Come quickly.
Lev has been destroyed.
I'm disabled. We'll die. Damn! Help me! They're gonna kill me! I need rescue! Quickly! Too many enemies to go further! Help us! Dingo, it's much more efficient if we help each other.
Dumb. I've got damage to the engine. I can't move. I'm just a target for the enemy. Need rescue.
I'm on your side. Stop attacking!
You're killing me.
I'm destroyed! I can't fight! I can't move! Rescue me!
Gotta try to deal with some of these guys.
Dingo, too many enemies! Back me up with Jesse!
Lev has been destroyed.
We're making it through like the worst of the kind of assault so far, so I mean, I don't think there's any more massive waves that kind of come through, but my energy is very low. I might die. Oh, there we go, we're good.
Much more efficient if we help each other.
Wiped out.
So many enemies! We're all going to die! I've got damage to my health! I can't move! I'm just a target for the enemy! I need rescue! So many
Plenty of enemies! Dingo, give me your support!
I need your help! You're killing me! Ah! Another hit! The body is almost destroyed!
Dingo, please use Geyser on the damaged flag.
Support quickly!
Is destroyed. The pilot has been killed.
Damn! Too many enemies! Dingo, finish them off, please!
So many enemies! We're all going to die! I need your help! Someone around here!
Can't really help the other guys until I get my health a little bit better.
Dingo, I'll support you!
Waiting for your support. Hurry! More damage! Come and support us!
What are you doing?
Support us! Hurry! Hurry!
Dingo, please use Geyser on the damaged flag.
Someone support!
You're killing me!
More damage! It can't stand it
Let's get
anymore!
this guy taken care of.
Make that next level.
Damn! Too many enemies! Dingo, finish them off, please!
Alright.
Come quickly!
Hurry!
So
It will destroy me!
let's get these guys handled since they're kind of safe right now.
The body is worn out. I can't keep up any longer. I've got more damage. I can't keep the body up. The body's almost broken.
Alright, I think we've got the SOS is taken care of.
I've got more damage. I can't keep the body up. Can't go any further. Come and support us.
I'm still not really excited about my energy count right now.
What are you doing? Hurry!
I'll leave this in your hands. Too many enemies to go further! Help us!
Alright, and we'll sweep up the battlefield, so we are good to go. Enemy over here. What are you guys firing at?
Ah, it's the crevice. We made arrived at destination. Good luck.
Survival rate of Lev unit is over 50%,
But some died. I can't be proud of that.
but more than half the pilots were saved.
Better than being absent, you mean?
Every surviving Lev has landed on the crevice.
Okay, we're heading there now. What's happening?
Uh-oh, that's not good. We get our next anime trope, which is the options, like the actual funnels that we get on the side of our ship.
What's going on? Something strange.
The program has been settled. We have obtained zero shift.
At last, just in time.
Now you can move to a locked-on target in an instant. I've added another icon to the sub-weapon window.
Now everything is ready.
Dingo, anything wrong?
Your girlfriend took her time to redo her makeup. Where are the Levs?
They're standing by on the lower floor. We must secure a breakthrough to Almond.
I'll guide them. You take care of any pursuers.
I see. Ada, be careful.
You too. Don't do anything rash.
Alright, and with that, that was kind of the big parts of this that I wanted to hit on this particular episode.
That's it.
That was a cargo
From this
route
point,
during
we've got a little
construction.
bit of fighting
Descend
left to
along
do
it, and
before
you
we
will
start
arrive at
actually
the outer
pushing
wall
into
of
what
Almond.
is basically the end of the game. So this is kind of the point where, you know, like, the last episode of this is basically going to be finishing this up and fighting Anubis.
The defense is strong. This is going to be a
gotta
good
get through
warm-up.
this fight
Let's
first.
go, Ada.
Roger.
Yep.
I suggest using zero shift. With Jet's current status.
So now we get the ability to Goku style teleport to enemies, as well as getting a million different shots.
Enemy reinforcements are confirmed. Choose either long distance or close range attacks as you wish. Raptor destroyed.
Oh boy, get out of the laser fuck fest. Have some missiles, buddy.
Mummy head destroyed. Obtained Metatron. Enemy destroyed.
Alright, and we'll go ahead and just, since we've cleared those out, we'll go ahead and just leave it there for right now. Next time we get started on this, we'll push through and kind of finish up the game. From that point, the next big stream I'm going to try to do is probably, like I'm still not 100% on it, is probably going to be Mega Man Legends. If anything changes with that, you know, like kind of before I get through the last stream, there'll definitely be some sort of heads up about that. But in the meantime, thanks for tuning in, and we'll finish this up next time, so I'll see you guys later.